Welcome back, everybody! The third and final best of 5 of the day. On the left-hand side will be Rospierdal. On the right will be Rip. This is going to be your lower bracket semifinal matchup here in the Murky Cup Season 2. We're getting towards the end of this tournament. We have this best of 5, which is the last one today. We've got one best of 5 tomorrow morning for the lower bracket final, and then the winner of that will go into the grand finals. So, let's get into it. Let's see what happens here. We had a pretty decent series at the start, which went the distance. The last one was a shutout, and so these two teams, we'll see what's going to happen. They're really looking strong today. Now, this is going to be the Meta Madness style of draft, so the heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps in this best of 5 series. The bans at the top of the screen do not carry over, but Chromie has been very, very, I would say like perma-banned because she did get played in one map, but she's been banned she's been a popular ban is the word I'm looking for. We got a Lucio perma-ban pretty much throughout the day as well. I think we've seen one Lucio game, but that could be the case here as well. Inferno Shrines will be map number 1 on the left side for the Rospierdal. They will ban out Alterac Pass. Garden of Terror will be banned away by Rip as Hogger will be removed. And of course, as always, let's get into your Twitch prediction. Still a few on X, though. I mean, I still use Twitter because, you know, sponsorship and stuff, and that's where my biggest followership is, but I pretty much don't even use the application outside of posting stuff and then closing it. Like, I don't really scroll on Twitter outside of maybe, like, a little bit of scrolling if I post. Medivh Chromie to be removed? Hogger and what? Lucio's up. We have Johanna up as well. Maev could be a ban. Man, there's so many like really good bans out the gate that they could be considering here. Yes, it is. Well, if she's streaming when I'm done, we'll raid over to her. I don't know if she streams on Saturdays. I think she streams on Sundays, realistically. Oh, she is streaming today. Nice. So first pick Johanna on the right side. Lucio's up and available. Maev was the ban. Blaze Lucio out the gate. Infernal Shrines is a really good map for him.
With every death comes honor. With honor, redemption.
Blaze Hanzo. Oh, she did? Okay, I just popped into my follower list really quickly and I saw that she was live. 11:25 makes sense, honestly. That's about her stopping time. Oh, really, Turbo? That's weird. That's probably the only subreddit I consistently go to anymore is the R comics, because there's some pretty decent comics there, but quite a few of them are just like, this is eh. Johanna Dahaka Junkrat on the right side. We have the Blaze Hanzo on the left. Both teams need a healer. So probably going to be seeing healer priority bans during this upcoming phase. Anduin to be removed, no leap of faith or anything like that. What do we want to see here? Rhaegar's not a bad ban. Lucio, I've been hounding on. Stukov is up, but he's not that prioritized in EU. Alexstrasza is a possibility. Oh, wow. Wow. Not what I was expecting, but I guess they don't want to deal with it. But like Stitch's Alexstrasza's are really good. Oh, dude, Stitch's Alexstrasza Mephisto, dude. That'd be beautiful. I would love for Rospierdal to go into like Stitch's Alexstrasza with those globe talents at level 1. Now, you don't have the best follow-up to Gorge, but maybe you just don't Gorge. Maybe just Putrid Bile. I doubt it's going to be that. We'll see Diablo, Brightwing, Hanzo, Blaze. So this last pick, they can flex into another Bruiser if they want. Can go into another range assassin. They can go into a mage. They can go into a melee assassin. I guess sustained damage dealer, range assassin, sorry. Last 2 picks on the right. They need that healer. As well as more damage, in my opinion. I feel like their wave clear's a little lackluster and their shrine clear's not the best.
I'm not checking.
I like the Tychus. I like the Tychus a ton. Tychus is a really good pickup here. Sustained damage to whittle through Blaze and Diablo's health bar. Chat can argue again about Tychus's level 4 for an entire map. I saw chat having a massive discourse about Tychus level 4, and I'm like, I'm just gonna ignore this and cast the game. Y'all can do that. Cassia for the last pick wouldn't be too bad to blind the Tychus sustain damage. They're gonna false stab. Okay. Double global versus I don't know what. Oh, the Beerchu was here for the draft, and then they're gonna get Aether in. I believe Aether should be back now. I don't think I'm friends with them. Let's see if I can find Aether from earlier today. Oh, that was still that series. Gaff, Mac, Izu, Aether. There we go. They are away currently. Okay. Well, the gamble's at the bottom of your screen. We currently have 10 channel points to 8,649 or something. So we are waiting on the player who was struggling to download the game or something to get back into it. We'll get them back in here. So we're just waiting on all that good stuff. But either way, that was the draft was finished out. Do you even play? I mean, I'm level 71. The answer to that, though, is no. Probably not in a very long time. I'm curious. Let me do a little bit of digging here. History. No. 2 years ago, still custom. As an observer. You're a migrant right now? It's okay. Oh, that's funny. Alright, so what do we got going on? So I see eye tracks. Are they getting a different sub in here? What is the game plan? Or are we just waiting for this, for Aether to finish the download? Oh, wow, that Twitch prediction... Still pretty much in favor of, Rip. But at least there's odds, you know? There's 666. Nice. Oh, man. Dude, so a couple nights ago, they had a Doom Dark Ages speedrun for GDQ. It was like Thursday night. Oh, dude, that was such a cool speedrun. The movement tech in that is awesome. There's some out-of-bounds stuff I don't care for. I really hope that at Awesome Games Done Quick and the Winter Edition, I really do hope that they consider doing, like, the limited, which I believe means, like, no out-of-bounds, or they do, like, it would be really cool if they did a 100% speed run of that. I don't know how long the Doom Dark Ages 100% is, but I really feel like that'd be such a cool one. Yeah, the commentators were really good, the vibes were really chill. All right, we got into the game. We do have a substitute in. We have iTrax will be substituting in for Art Ross Peerdahl, while the solo laner player is going to be reinstalling the game or something weird.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
We are back in it, our third and final best of 5 of the day. On the left-hand side, Ross Pierdahl with your Bronek on the Hanzo. Itrax will be playing Blaze. Sisbros playing that Falstad. Barlor on the Brightwing. And last but not least, you've got a Mac Diablo. Right side of the map, we have Rip. We're looking at Vac on the Ana, Azerite, Junkrat, Sven, Dahaka, Krankle, Johanna, and the big bad Tychus. And his Gucci slides will be High Wraith playing Tychus. Level 1s, we got Zealous Glare, Contact Healing, Tissue Regeneration, Quarterback, and Extra Round Timers. Opposing side will be Devil's Due, Hyper Shift, Target Practice, Frequent Flyer, and your Adrenaline Stim Pack for the Blaze. Sonic Arrow goes out initially, gets a bit of vision, sees the Steel Trap in the bush. As we get a bunch of odds at the last second for our teams. Nicely done, everybody. Drag lands on a false stab, but the Polymorph turns Dahaka into a crab, denying any more drag duration. Dahaka meanders his way to top lane. First objective will be Mortar in the bottom, as the Shadow Charge from Diablo finds the Johanna. A little bit of body blocking being attempted. They won't find anything. Couple auto attacks land. And Hanzo's still just trying to pick up his Storm Bow stackage. Lands one onto High Wraith right there. Sleep Dart lands onto Diablo, gets woken up by a little damage from Junkrat. Right side camp and left are up and available as well. Impalers will be started out. It's pronounced extra wound timers, not extra... Okay. Barlow bottom lane is gonna get taken down. First blood is found by Rip. Ross Pierdahl, Brightwing will be able to respawn here in 8 seconds. Phase shift off a cooldown, so she'll be able to jump in. You saw Falstead for a second. That's just how the UI works when someone's dead. That was good, Stark. That was good. I literally thought I was mispronouncing it because here's the thing. For like 2 whole seasons of CCL, I called Drain Hope Spectral Leech. Not a single person corrected me, ever. Spectral Leech is a level 13 talent for Leoric. It is not what drains the health. But if you think about it, Spectral Leech does sound like something that would drain health. So I had thought for just a minute, I was like, holy shit, have I been saying extra wound timers and extra wound timers? Oh, homophones, aren't they great? Oh, nope, Turbo, don't hurt me like this. I skimmed Turbo's message, I'm like, nope, For like 4 or 5 months when I was playing Pathfinder, I had an ability called Lead Blades, and I called it Lead Blades. And no one corrected me for like 4 or 5 months, and then eventually the DM was like, you always say Lead Blades, do you mean lead? Like, did you just realize too? First objective is available here. We do have Krankle trying to back away. A couple shield glares thrown in. Concussion Mine blast Barlord to the side. But it is mostly just Skeleton Defenders going over to Rip. Really nothing too crazy to mention. We do have the Falstad, Dahaka in the top lane. Still brawling out, and Dahaka forced back by Sesabros. We will see Fallen Shamans traded. Blaze and Johanna in mid. But it is going to be your Mortar Punisher over to the side of Rip. Mortar Punisher moves in through bottom lane. The gate's been already taken down. Diablo gets hit with the jump. Brightwing phase shifts into mid, helping out Itrax, but I think some of that healing was denied by a bot grenade. I want to say I saw negative healing next to that health bar, and it is going to be anti-healer. This is actually an insanely good talent because of the amount of healing debuff duration. It's like a 2.25 second healing debuff No, it's 2.5, right? Because baseline is 1.75 healing debuff, and this adds an additional 0.75. So yeah, you have a 2.5 second, 100% healing debuff. It's just anti-healer's so good. We got Feeding Frenzy for your Dahaka as well, which increases the drag by 0.5. Baseline drag duration is 1.75, so this increases it to a 2.75 drag or 2.25 drag. Secret weapon for Falstad. You got the Dragon Awakens for Hanzo. Full Fire Stomp build for Diablo for the time being. Nice. Biotic Grenade. And look at that. Brightwing Phase Shift. Most of it's mitigated there. You do have Sins Exposed as well. Level 7 for the Johanna. And our next Punisher, Arcane, will be in the top lane. Should be around 7 minutes in-game time. Something like that. 7.5 is about that window. But 10 talents here are going to be coming up soon. Let's go ahead and cycle through the numbers like we always do. Sven pops Essence and is able to back off just fine. Explosive Arrow level 4 for the Hanzo. Oh, wait, hold on. Sven gonna get chunked here. Polymorphed as well. Diablo has a Shadow Charge, and Falstad has the damage. First kill over to the left side as the Tychus Overkill is active. Minigun. Was there minigun on that? No, I think it was just the Overkill has that blue tip glow as well. Blaze in the bottom lane working on a camp. Junkrat will show on the minion wave. Will he check the camp? Absolutely. Oil Slick gets thrown in. Diablo reduced soul consumption. Concussion Mine gets activated, but Blaze still gets the the camp channel. Bunker, Gust, Dragon's Arrow, Blink Heal, Apocalypse, Riptire, Odin, Isolation, Blessed Shield, and is it Eye of Horus or Nano? Nano boosted Junkrat's pretty nice. Nano boosted Odin's really nice. Apocalypse, activation. Huge damage onto Ana. Couldn't see who got polymorphed there. Gust from the Falstad. Blaze misses the jet propulsion because of it. Nano boosted Tychus. And Johanna does go down. A second kill over to the side of Raspierdal. Riptire. Blaze is still dead. Haka taps well. Stormbow target practice for Hanzo's done. 21 auto attack stacks for the Falstad. Master Assassin for Tychus. Feeding Frenzy down to 2 stacks, by the way. And 29 Taster Explosion stacks into Junkrat. I'm actually a little surprised he didn't go into Dirty Trickster at level 7 for how much stun value there is from the enemy, but that is Hanzo going down. Diablo is dotted up and will be picked off as well. Raspierdal, excuse me, Rip with a double kill right there. Sorry, my brain. There's 2 R teams and I'm going to do this for a bit until I figure it out. Johanna invades the camp. Blaze will have to give this. Wait, Hanzo up in 5 actually. No. The camp gets leashed. Johanna will be scouted by a Fire Stomp maybe. Tychus already accessing the objective. Blaze lands a jet propulsion into Johanna, but her Iron Skin was active during all of that, so all good in the moment. Azurite working on the last few skeletal defenders here. Dahaka backs off in mid. Looks like Raspierdal trying to find a consolation prize. Sin's exposed. Applies to Diablo from that punish hit. Junkrat still working on objective. Mid lane Fort Front Gate will be taken down. But I don't think they're going to step up for any more. Overkill from Tychus activated. Camp will be cleared away. Gets a little bit of siege in top. They're going to 39 the objective and push out some waves. 13 talents here on both sides. We do have the mixture build for Diablo, so he does go Fire Stop at 4 and 7 with a Shadow Charge, Devastating Charge at level 13. Falstad taking flight over towards top lane for defense. Junkrat blasting over into the engagement. Mac activating the Apocalypse. Some pretty good targets. The Dragon's there to follow that up. Jahaka brush talking in to help out with the allies. Falstad looking to maneuver out from the Punisher damage. We do have a Nano Boost Junkrat. Riptire is active, which applies. Doesn't get his... He doesn't push the button fast enough. Punisher jumps over onto the Blaze. Blessed Shield from Johanna down for 21. Dahaka, Tissue Regeneration is finished out. Grenade goes out onto Diablo. His health bar will drop, but he gets a phase shift from Brightwing. She blinks over to the side. Punisher will go down, but the fort won't. Hanzo looking for a little bit of poke damage onto Azerite. And actually, no, the fort does fall in the end to the spinning lasers of the Punisher, so it will be second major structure taken down on the left. Junkrat starts out for camp over here. Did go into Ripper Air level 13. Spray and pray for your Tychus. Typically armor-piercing rounds at 16 with that. We sometimes see Ken do this all day. It's probably going to be big red button at level 20, though, for the Tychus. I mean, it's so hard to pass up that upgrade on Odin. Scatter goes into this camp. Dahaka scouts. Tychus grenade is thrown in as well. Firestomp from the Diablo just gets a bit of vision. Some damage onto the wave. Johanna setting up for maybe a flank into this. Blessed Shield should be available. Condemn onto the Hanzo immediately. Sin's Exposed is applied as well. Riptire coming through. Is there a nano boost onto Junkrat? It is. There's a nano boost on somebody. I hear it. There's going to be onto Tychus. Overkill activated. Face shift from Brightwing as she blinks to the side, but Tychus looks to chase in. The grenade pushes the enemy further out of this engagement, but we do have Fallen Shaman in the top lane, Impaler camp in mid, and a pivot into mid lane I think is being called by Rip to try and take down this fort. Oil Slick finds your Dahaka here. Scatter goes into the corridor as well. There is going to be that armor-piercing rounds at 16. You're going to be seeing active reload as well as smelling salts for the Ana. Dahaka picks up the Primal Rage level 13, which is synergistic with his level 1, since gain 1.25% increased attack damage per essence stored, and Tissue Regeneration allows you to store more essence overall. We got an Elongated Tongue with the Feeding Frenzy synergy at 7 and 16. Johanna will pick up Holy Renewal, which has got great value at the level 1, and I'm assuming it will go into Blinded by the Light level 20, which those three talents synergize extremely well together. Junkrat, with his extra wound timers and the Taster Explosions level 1 and 4, goes into the Endless Nades. The assumption is it will be Cannonballs at level 20. Looks like ads are going to try and run. We don't allow that here. We snooze our ads when they try and run. Because that's a button I have. Shadow Charge from Diablo. Couple healing darts onto the Johanna as well. Alright. Scorn Torrent, I believe is your name. Thanks for the follow, bud. Glad you're enjoying the content. Welcome into our lovely community. We gotta be so close to 8,000, chat. Somebody will be number 8,000. Somebody will be number 8,000 here today. Alright, our objective phase is ready to go. We have 5 skilled defenders on the left side. We already have 20 on the right for Rip here. Falstead flying in, maybe looking for a gust to push them into the loving arms of Diablo. He gets the Apocalypse activation. The Dragon's Arrow misses, but that'll be Ana deleted. Mac is getting chased down by High Wraith, but Barlow has the bright... Oh my god, I thought High Wraith had the last little bit of damage. Unable to find the kill, and this will be objective phase. It's looking like it's going over to the side of Ross Beardall. Dahaka still in top lane. Riptire from Junkrat. No Ana for 30 more seconds. Riptire comes through, isolation flank onto Diablo. Beautiful critical miss, or soothing miss from Brightwing, allowing the Dahaka to be able to back away from that drag combination. Shadow Charge, overpowered. Dahaka burrows, essence activated, trying to heal up. The objective phase actually goes over to the side of Rip and Ross Pierdoll. I can't believe it. I thought they had that. I wasn't looking at the objective amount, but it had to have been close for most of that. 27 to 34 at one point as I look back at the stream preview. Diablo displaced, the Punisher jumps over, Johanna hearthing, but decides to cancel it out. Phase shift from Brightwing. Ads are controllable. Ads are very controllable. There's literally something called an ad manager on your... Whee! Diablo goes down because we are memeing on stream. There's literally a section right now that says Ads Manager. Ads start in 7 minutes 27 seconds. Snooze 2 of 3. You literally, it's a Twitch partner thing. I think, affiliates might have it too, I'm not sure. I can show you after the game, chat. I can literally show you. I'll pull the tab over. That's why I literally have this button. Also, I love snoozing. I love snoozing so much. All right, 20 talents here, coming through. We do have Impaler Camp for bottom, Impaler Camp for mid. Next Punisher will be Arcane in the top lane, 20 talents here for the right. Should be Blinded by the Light. Ooh, Apex Predator for the Dahaka, so he wants more global factor. So he can brush talk every 25 seconds. Nano Infusion, big red button, Cannon Bowls, and it's actually Radiating Faith. No Storm Shield activation for the Johanna, which I feel like is just, it's a nice safe play. There's great synergy with Zealous Glare and Holy Renewal, because not only does Holy Renewal give you a heal to Johanna for 5% of the health, but you also have a 1-second cooldown, and you also get cooldown reduction on Holy Renewal. Now, Radiating Faith is just a great upgrade as well. Increase the number of enemies hit by Blessed Shield by 2. Baseline, by the way, is 2. So you're increasing it to 4. And the stun duration is increased to 1.75 seconds. And all targets hit are stunned for the maximum duration. For those that don't know, the baseline, deal 250 damage, stun the first enemy hero hit for 1.5 seconds. Blessed Shield then bounces to 2 nearby enemies. So actually, it's 5 in total you're upgrading to. Apologies. Dealing 125 damage and stunning them for 0.75. So now you hit 5 total targets, and all targets are going to be stunned for 1.75 seconds. JX song.
Thanks for the quality content as always. PS, I'm the wife.
You're the wife. We love your husband. Someone resubbed earlier and said I love my wife with their Prime Gaming. So I think it's fitting to say we love your husband. Thank you so much for your Prime Gaming. That's really nice of you. A lot of places you can use that, and I appreciate you choosing our lovely little corner of the internet and supporting some quality casting and commentary. Falstead's soaking up the bottom lane. We do have Cannon Bowls raining onto the keep. The gate has already been taken down. 20 talents here, almost here on the side of Ross Peerdal. And this is a best-of-5 series in the lower bracket semifinal. Winner goes on to our tomorrow morning, or I guess afternoon, depending on your time zone, but it'll be morning for me at 7 a.m. West Coast, USA. But the winner of the series goes in the lower bracket final up against Bounty Hunters, and the winner of that lower bracket final tomorrow morning goes up against Copium. We could be seeing a rematch from the upper bracket final of Copium versus Bounty Hunters. If you'd like to take a look at the brackets, you can use !MC. That'll get you to the tournament page or the Liquipedia, whichever you prefer. Why I didn't make it brackets? I don't know, dude. Junkrat throwing in a couple. Oh, wait, hold on. That's going to be Falstead flying in. He's got Wind Tunnel level 20, or sometimes as we call it, Wind Tunnel. Like, you know, win the game tunnel. Diablo is Hellgate, Invisible Friends, Bullseye, and Fortified Bunker if you're curious. Grenade goes out. 4 to 16 is Skeleton Defenders. Wind Tunnel up against the wall for the Ana. We do have an Apocalypse activation as well. Blaze coming to the back line, Dragon's Arrow, and Apocalypse Interrupt Azerite on that. Wow, that's a huge concussing mine over the wall. I know it's Ripper Air, but that just seemed like I went a little bit further. Drag from Dahaka lands onto the Falstad. There was an isolation there as well. No Contagion level 20, keep in mind. This Apex Predator is now Blaze left behind, will get taken down, and Rip will find a double kill. Dahaka's left to the objective while the rest of the team chases in. 40 seconds on your Blessed Shield. Odin is available for the Tychus as a grenade goes out. A Polymorph turns Tychus into a pig. And they're going to start working on this keep. No minion wave available. Johanna eats a couple of these keep shots. Iron Skin mitigating the damage, but armor debuff is something to be concerned about. Thank you for real. 22 on Falstad. He'll have Gust available when he respawns. 27 for the Blaze. He'll have Bunker when he respawns as well. But he may be respawning just at the tail end to see his core fall because this is Keep already taken down. Big red buttons available for the Tychus. He's going to wait for that Punisher to get a little bit closer before activating, but this should be a game-winning Punisher. Falstad coming back. He's got Wind Tunnel. Could change the tide of the battle. Tychus still... Wait, Falstad flying. Looking for that Wind Tunnel. Pushes Dahaka. into the Dragon's Arrow. There's a Diablo going in as well, and that's beautiful damage, but the drag, the healing debuff onto Mac is not going to be enough. The Annihilation Shot won't take them down either. Nano boosted Odin as Punisher jumps over. Huge condemn from the Johanna onto a few enemies, as that will be Diablo going to be taken down. The bunker comes down from Blaze. We do have Bronek trying to back away. The jet propulsion from Blaze will come through, but no one else is falling on the right side. Diablo's souls were consumed, so he's back in the mix. A 5-second death timer. Crankle getting low here. Johanna activates Iron Skin at the last second. Blaze doesn't get the kill. Odin is just about to expire. The core shielding is dropped. And Ross Pierdahl will be able to hold, only losing a few percent on the core. I thought that was game winning, dude. I did, but there was a lot of fighting. That gust was actually the turning tide moment. If that gust didn't set up the kill, I think that might have been GG. Next Punisher, Frozen in the bottom lane. We're going to be looking at that at about 22 minutes in game time, somewhere in that pocket. I think a little bit after. 123 stacks for the Junkrat, level 4. 8 of 15 for the Master Assassin. Dahaka has 2 stacks on Feeding Frenzy, which means he has a 1.25 second cooldown per auto attack. Diablo needs one more Shadow Charge for Devastating Charge. 59 stacks for the Falstad auto, 52 souls for Diablo. Dragon's Arrow lands onto 3. Falstad hammering is pretty good. The bullseye from Hanzo there as well. The wind tunnel up against the corner of the wall. Azurite gets the nano infusion, and once again the Junkrat's the first one to go down, but this time the Diablo has pressure onto Ana, and she will fall as well. Really good gust from the Falstad. Sets up a double kill. Camp invade will be good. Now, as I mentioned, objective phase has not been announced or anything, so it is going to be that timer's elapsing. Hopefully for the side of Rip, they will be able to get everyone respawned and in position for this. But bottom lane fork goes down. Ross Pierdahl looking to keep momentum going in their favor, as this will be bottom lane keep opened up as well. The Haka going to steal away a camp for top lane. Tychus and Johanna trying to defend. Tychus does have Odin if he's really forced to try and defend with that tool. One more snooze. Hopefully should be enough. Apocalypse is raw. But I will say this, the Apocalypse does see Sven stealing this camp. I think the Apocalypse was more of a zoning tool than anything else. 90 second cooldown. Nice bullseye right there. Catapults have arrived at the core. They're going to take down the shielding. Falstad should be able to clear this out. But it is going to be a lot of damage into core. Actually, not that much. 88%. So another, what, 11%? 9%, because they had 97% if I'm not mistaken. Dragon's Arrow lands. Bullseye goes out, finds the Junkrat. Still trying to chase onto Blaze. Cannonball's coming out from Junkrat. Grenade as well from Tychus. Falstad managing waves here that have crashed at the core. But our objective phase for the bottom lane is available, as I mentioned. It could be a win condition for either side, Ross Pierdahl or Rip. Impaler camp from mid lane really quickly. Falstad still managing things over here as best as he can. There's still catapults consistently coming through the top lane and mid, since there's no forts taking down his lanes. This is looking pretty good for Rip in the setup of map number 1, best of 5 series, lower bracket semifinal. Just taking a look over here really quickly. Catapult pushing up. Let's go back over here. Falstad flying in. And Rip is very aware of these Falstad setups, and so this time will not be gusted out of position. 19 to 18 and Skeleton Defenders favoring the blue squad of Ross Pierdahl. There's going to be a nano boost. Wind tunnel up against a few of the enemies. A bunker comes down from Blaze. An Apocalypse from Diablo. No, that was Hellgate. Level 20. We have Impaler camp and stuff pushing into mid. There's going to be an Apocalypse from the Diablo. He's getting so very low. He will be going down. He has souls. Big jet propulsion from Blaze. Gets hit with a Bida grenade. And that'll be a triple kill in total. Diablo is managing these waves at the core, but that will be Falstad falling as well. Bronek getting chased here. Odin does not have the last little bit of damage. Frozen Punisher will go to the squad of Ross Pierdahl, but the game is going to go to the side of Rip. Rip advances towards core in our lower bracket semifinal matchup. They're going to start with the lead in this series. Diablo gets pushed into Hall of Storms, but that is gonna be Infernal Shrines. Diablo goes down. Hanzo, the lone defender, trying to end over here. But yeah, that's gonna be your map 1 to the side of Rip. Well then. All right. Great game number 1. Very good game. And I believe we are 12 subs away from our sub goal. If you're feeling generous, if you're enjoying the content, if you like the casting and commentary you see, if you enjoy the good boy that is Bandit, or if you just want to slap Jeff Bezos in the penis with John Cena, be sure to use your Prime, start a Tier 1. We do have a great jump scare Tier 2 alert, and we have the best Tier 3 alert in all of Twitch. That's not a bait. That is a fact of life. You can get yourself the best Tier 3 alert. You can get us. You can help us with 6 sub points per month. That's also a 70-30 split on that one as well. But we are going to run some ads. We're going to get ready for our next our next map in this Best of 5 series, and I'll let you... Welcome back, everybody. Best of 5 series here in the Murky Cup Season 2 playoffs. We are in the lower bracket semifinal. Map number 2 in the Best of 5 will be Tomb of the Spider Queen. This will be a map choice coming out from Ross Pierdahl, as Rip will be having first pick, first ban priority. Looks like our ads are completely finished out, so thank you. If you were stuck in the ads, you were literally finishing ads and getting in time for the draft. How perfect is that? The other thing that you have going on is our Twitch prediction. Now, for those that I was mentioning to about the ad manager stuff, if you are curious, this is literally what it looks like. Literally, this is what it looks like right here. There's a giant bar of stream time, and you have this little ad manager. There's even a little snooze button. Look at that. I've used all my snoozes from that last game, so in 42 minutes I'll get another one. But yeah, this is there you go. There's an ad manager. Look at that, chat. So, let's get all of that out. Let's go ahead and jump into this. Tomb of the Spider Queen will be our next map. We had the 10 heroes from the previous map will be unavailable in this this map number 2, as the Meta Madness style of draft. The heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps in the series. So, boo! I mean, we already had a Cho'Gall game earlier, but still, boo! Gonna ban away one of the best heroes in Heroes of the Storm. All right. Can we get a Gall ban? Just for the sake of it all? Can we get a Gall ban? Wow, it exists! I know! It's crazy! Four-Eyed Wizard. I was not expecting that. Thank you for the Prime Gaming for 2 months. I appreciate that. Welcome into our lovely community. Thanks for being supportive and being awesome. And of course, as always, thanks for being you, bud. We got ourselves a Maiev, Medivh, Chromie, and Choban. First pick on the side of Rip, who was the winning team from last game. So this is Ross Pierdahl, as I mentioned, the losing side opting in for Tomb. So they've got something they want to employ here. It is going to be a first pick Hogger. Now, Ross Pierdahl, didn't they have the Stitches comp? Yeah, Ross Pierdahl had the Stitches comp on Tomb of the Spider Queen that literally set up the reverse sweep earlier today in their first Best of 5. Ross Pierdahl was down up against Refueled Raccoons 0-2 on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Ross Pierdahl chose Tomb, got a Stitches composition, and bodied. I wouldn't say bodied with, but just, it was a 31-minute map. It was maybe 32-minute map, but it was a slow, meticulous burn. And we'll see if Ross Pierdahl can recreate that. Now, Ariel was also in that draft as well. So right now, that draft is looking really, it's looking the same. So to deal with the Stitches, there's no Medivh. A Nubarak can be picked up here because Legion of Beetles level 1 is a really good way to constantly spawn things to get in the way. It looks like we will get Garrosh. We will get the Anduin. So Garrosh has Indomitable. He also has the Toss. But in that game, in that reverse sweep setup map, there was a Garrosh in that as well, and his armor was getting deleted. There was a Leoric, Lunara, and Gul'dan for the draft of Ross Pierdahl. We'll see if this is going to be the consistent draft. We'll see if Rip will have any sort of foresight or, I guess, past sight to try and ban away something from that. I think the Gul'dan ban is actually really smart. Lunara is a great hero, but I think Gul'dan is really a huge factor in that chunking damage, especially with Echoed Corruption 1 and Ruinous Affliction 16 synergy and burst potential. Jaina's not a bad target. It doesn't have to be Gul'dan, but I think earlier it ran so well that why not just literally try and redraft it? Because if you won with it once, you can probably win with it again. And it wasn't like they, just eked out the victory. They did win that. They did have a couple fumbles here and there, but that was mostly them, I think, afraid of ending. Like, I think they were too afraid of stepping to core and throwing on core or something. Oh, Mr. Bandit. You okay, bud? So he's scratching his face. So it'll be Jaina Leoric, so instead of Gul'dan, you have Jaina, and then they can flex this last pick. They could go Lunara. They could go into Genji, I think. They could go into a sustained damage dealer. They could go into Greymane. With Cursed Bullet, you could go into your Raynor with Ace in the Hole level 1. It's got good synergy with all of this as well. From slows, from a lot of the slows, actually. Last 2 picks on the right side. Man, it's this Stitches draft is scary. How are they going to deal with it? So Greymane on the right side and Orphea as well. Last time, Refield Raccoons had a very similar draft. They did not have the Anduin. The Anduin was on the side of Ross Pierdo. I think Ariel was on the side of Refield Raccoons. But it was very similar to this. Instead of the Greymane, though, it was a Mephisto, which I think might have been a draft blunder. I think they didn't mean to take the double mage. But Orphea Greymane, I think, is pretty good. The chunk onto Stitches is nice. Falstead's already been played, so there's no gust potential. Yo, Lard, what's up, bud?
Ahoy, ahoy.
So the only difference of this draft is Ariel instead of Anduin and Jaina instead of Gul'dan. But there we go. We'll see if the members of Ross Peardal can find a 1-1 score through Tomb, as this is their map choice, or if Rip will be able to continue their trajectory with victory. It looks like Aether, the Leoric player, or the solo laner, is going to be able to make it back in. Actually, it's right behind me. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to swap into the casting screen, because literally Aether is back. The lobby's ready to go. So let's get into... Oh, that's adorable. Look at that little Stitches. Good to see you, Lard. Hopefully your day is treating you well. Hopefully the puppies are cozy. Your tacos are savory. And... Amber's lasagna is the best. There you go. I was trying to think of something for her. Oh, dude, I'm so excited today. Chat, today is our first full session as a D&D group. We're starting a new season, as I like to call it. Campaign is the better phrasing for it, but I like calling them seasons for my own sense. But either way, yeah, we're gonna be having that. We've been having some like smaller sessions, so like everyone can like get to know each other, mess around with their characters a little bit. Stark is an amazing DM, and so today we're gonna be having our first full. Everybody's there. We get to introduce our characters. We get to do a little jailbreak. I'm so excited for today, man. Heroes of the Stormcasting and D&D. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a great day. Left-hand side of the map is Ross Pierdoll. We have got your Max Stitches. Bronek on that Jaina. Sesabros on the Lunara. Barlor playing your Ariel. And they had a little bit of a connectivity game log issue, but Aether is back in it. Here playing Leoric. Right side of the map will be your Rip crew up in the Best of 5 series. Back on that Anduin. Krankle, Garrosh, Sven, Hogger, High Wraith, which I believe is a sub on the Greymane and Azerite, will be your will be your Orphea.
Slay them all, heroes.
When we're finishing this campaign, we should just do it in person. We should get everybody in the party to all meet up somewhere, and we'll finish the entire campaign in person. That actually would be really fun to do. Or at least try and get like a bunch of us together. I don't know, that'd be ideas for the future. Ideas for the future. That'd be kind of cool though. Much harder for Stark. Stark would have the most difficulty from all of us, as he would have to come across the ocean. Oh, the rest of us are stateside, but split throughout the country. Anyway, sorry. I'm just super excited. Today's been a really fun day. And hopefully you guys have been enjoying the casting. But we are in our final best of 5 of the day. This is going to be Rip up in this map. And they do have to win this and one more. We'll see if they're able to do it, or if this series will go the distance. We got a Greymane Viciousness level 1, your Even-Handed Blessing for the Anduin, Ancestral Strength for the Orphea, on the prowl, on the prowl for Hogger, as well as the Unrivaled Strength Garrosh. Leoric is going to go into Consume Vitality, so typically it's Ghastly Reach with that, but maybe they'll just go for the slow, so they just have more sustained damage potential with Paralyzing Rage. Stitches is going to be Patchwork Creation. We'll also see your Searing Light, Sentinel Wisp, and Lunara, or Jaina just pick up their Fingers of Frost. Now you guys come to me. I mean, I would love to come visit, seriously. Your island? The UK in general is a place I've always wanted to visit. I feel like there's so much cool history and stuff there. Castle architecture. Yeah. Castle architecture is my big one. I love them. We did a whole when we were visiting back home in Romania, we did a whole castle trip, which ended at the Bron Castle, the Dracula's castle. Which, fun fact, by the way, chat, he never lived in it. He just owned it. It's basically just like a tourist thing. Oh, we actually have Neil Peasants. Wow. Okay, we rarely ever see Neil Peasants because, I don't know, people don't like taking a really good talent. Especially on maps like this. That's going to be a good Groundbreaker. Or if you're trying to chase in. Hook goes back, pulls Crankle into the tower, but doesn't look like many tower shots will take them down. What's up, Hostile? Happy Saturday, bud. Chastise finds the Stitches. Greymane rolling in. First Blood will connect on the right, or excuse me, First Blood will be into Stitches. Experience to the side of Rip. I got a passport too. I know Cat Peach and her partner do as well, because they've gone to Japan, like, within the last year or so. That's most of us. What did you get on your roof, Hostile? Yeah, I'd rather have like cheese brain, as I've called it, than being hungover, where you're just kind of like spacey throughout the day. I've had that happen to me when I took too many edibles because I was in so much pain with my back. I was like, please, just like, I don't want to take like hard drugs. Like, I took edibles to like watch a movie and laugh. And the next day I was just super foggy and I like couldn't pay attention to things. Gilnean Cocktail. We do have Leoric in the bottom lane, just matching into the Hogger. We do have Orpheus. Oh, wait, hold on. Azerite trying to go for the turn-in. Aether getting low here. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Eats up the Leoric, and a third kill over to the right side as he did get taken down earlier in this corridor, as we saw. I didn't really point it out too much there. Staggering blow. The Hogger spin is absolutely beautiful. Orphea gets one little Devour. Dread. And Cavs back in.
My back. Oh, my back.
Okay. Red Web Weavers will descend. Welcome back, Cav. Good to see you, bud.
Descend and destroy the blue team.
Stitches finds the hook onto Crankle. Then Crankle throws Stitches over the wall, the leap of fate to pull him to safety, but that's really it. The sound Hogger, could you imagine? It's just that like Spider-Man root hitting the roof of a car noise every single time Hogger bounces. Too many missed opportunities we'll never get because we don't get new skins in this amazing MOBA. Looks like the Orc will go down to the Orphea in the bottom lane. Unfortunately, we did miss that one. Apologies. We do have Heroics as well. Curse Bullet, Light Bomb, Eternal Feet, Hortipult, and your Warlord's Challenge. Webweaver phase ends, but here's the thing to mention. 54 gems are held of the 55 needed. Also, Hostile, I told Lard to go visit Frisco, because he was talking about maybe going to Colorado for something, and I was like, dude, you gotta go to Frisco. It's a tiny little adorable town. No, Jaina, that's so many gems. 5, 10, 15. That's a 10. She had like almost 30 or something, right? Oh my god, dude, that's so rough. Economy shattered on the left-hand side. 10 turned into 50, 18 held. The top lane fort will go down. Anduin tags boss. Leaping strike from Lunar allows her to reposition to safety, as the siege giants in bottom lane will be cleared away. Gorge, Entomb, Crystal Aegis, Leaping Strike, and Water Elemental for the Jaina. I told Lard there's that barcade we went to the night before your wedding, and he was like, you sold me on barcade. Also, I found that the food there was really good. I like the food in that town. I mean, it's mountain town mom and pop, but still, it's just cozy. Cozy and pretty. Garrosh and Stitches will be traded. A lot of gems dropped. A lot of gems picked back up. Boss is working its way through the top lane, and I wouldn't be surprised if a summoning of the Web Weavers does happen here. Hello? A summoning of the Web Weavers happens here. What is going on? Are they not good at math? Mid fort will go down. Boss works its way into the keep front gate. Hogger in bottom lane. I think he's selling the idea to Aether that he's killable, but there's going to be the Web Weaver phasing. A town based on tourism has to have good food. Nah, not Tahoe. The hook goes through, and Greyman and friends go, great, thanks, we wanted to kill you anyways. Stitches goes down, Jaina falls as well. And the Web Weavers have descended into lanes. It is a 9-1 game, as Rip are just ripping apart Ross Pierre Doll. A little bit of poke onto the mid lane fort front gate. The Web Weaver here has descended. The babies. Rate of attack is faster than the Web Weaver and actually has higher damage output too. Hook? Oh, no, level 13. Okay. If that was 13, there was definitely a hook onto the Garrosh. Entomb lands onto High Wraith. Repeated offense is going to be there. High Wraith gets taken down by the Leaping Strike of Lunara. Meanwhile, Garrosh, he pops Indomitable. He's going to eat some tower shots here. He knows he's going to die. He's going to activate Warlord's Challenge, but that kill will push the enemy team into 13 talent tier, which means not Feeding Frenzy. Extended hook for the 40% range increase. Tahoe has rich people who don't spend money in the town. We also have rich people that don't spend money on our town either. There's that as well. There's also that factor. Alrighty. Yeah. Oh, they missed that hook, Stark. Sorry. Groundbreaker lands. Indomitable's there. Warlord's Challenge. Eternal Feet from the Orphea gets canceled out. The Crystal Aegis will be there. The Water Elemental as well. The Blue Webbers have descended, and Jaina goes down first in the engagement. Lunara tries to get a handful of damage into Garrosh, but it won't be enough. We do have the Jaina improved Ice Block or Frostbite done at baseline. Water Elemental, after she died, did get a few more hits, which finished that out. Web Weaver in bottom is fairly far back. The Web Weaver in top lane will be able to clear out most of the fort front gate, but it will go down. Bottom lane wave being pushed up a bit. It's a Bobzuk? Bobzuk. I nailed it. How you doing, Bab? Good to see you, bud. Stitches gets run down as he was trying to back off through the mid lane. 16 talent here on the right side first. Glyph of Faith will be picked up. The Orc. He's going to be Wraith walking into mid, so I was like, why aren't they killing him yet? Because he was Wraith walking level 13. But bye-bye, Aether. 21 gems will go down the drain. Boss up in 51 seconds. Nobody, unfortunately, freeing Harrison Jones. Look at him. Look at him. He's just chilling. If you don't know, by the way, we're in a lull of the game. We can talk about this. If you don't know, left-click on this gem in your games at the start, and there's your Easter egg for Tomb of the Spider Queen. Fun fact. Fun fact. The old lore was that Haunted Mines was below Sky Temple because of the Lost Vikings video. When the Lost Vikings got announced in Heroes of the Storm, they fall from Sky Temple to Haunted Mines. That was retconned by the devs, and actually, if you free Harrison Jones on Sky Temple, the Webweaver mandibles come up from the well. Fun fact, if you didn't know about the Nexus lore, Tomb of the Spider Queen is below Sky Temple, which is, I don't know, it's just a cool little tidbit. Also, literally, this is the boss from Sky Temple. It goes up through that into Sky Temple. Webweaver. Oh no, Garrosh finds the stitches he was trying to hook. The boss is going to be leashed. The Gorge is there. Crankle gets a big heal. Sven spins into the backline. A Light Bomb finds the Leoric Crystal Aegis to maybe save the Stitches health bar. Boss was leashed and fully goes back to full HP, so it disappears as the Webweavers have been summoned. 16 talents here on both sides. Got Reservoir of Hope, you've got the Pulverize, you got your Northern Exposure for armor debuff from Jaina. She's going to pre-tap well. You see some mana over time. Groundbreaker goes fishing. Couple auto attacks onto Garrosh. A hook almost finds Anduin, but it'll be just a little too far away. Augur pushing mid. The rest of the team here in top. That's going to be a toss. Chastise Chomp. Good heals onto Stitches, but it won't be enough. The Eternal Feet from Orphea will get activated. Crankle somehow is not taken down. Augur spins in with the allies. Midkeep is still full HP. They're going to look at Leoric here. Invasive Miasma is that level 13 for Orphea, that AoE you see around her every so often. That's a Light Bomb onto Leoric. Leap of Faith pulls Crankle to safety. Water Elemental will be cleared away as it jingles and dies. Oh, he's going to just melt on the ground. I didn't realize that. Well, boss is still up, and there's a win condition through top and 20 talent tier as well. Today I learned my favorite thing, and I'm like not even kidding, one of my favorite things is to teach people new things about Heroes of the Storm. Like earlier today, I was like, yeah, Cho'Gall drops 2 bundles of meat when Butcher kills him, or like when Butcher's around. And chat was like, wait, really? And I was like, yeah, of course. Like, why would I lie to you? So then chat went and tested it, and they were like, wow, it's true. It's like, yeah, duh. I've only been casting this game for like 5 years of my life as a job. Actually, I think we're... well, not full-time, but I've been casting Heroes for like over 8 years at this point. Hook finds the Orphea. There's a Gorge as well. Hortipult in from the Hogger, and Tomb from Leoric to block the allies from finding Orphea or helping her out. She's going to get an Eternal Feast activation, but it won't be enough to take down the Jaina and trade. And I think with that kill onto Orphea, there's a call to disengage. The boss may get some damage onto the shielding, maybe a couple %, but I don't think it's going to be too monumental in this moment. As we do have a Death Wish Garrosh. Increase the duration of Warlord's Challenge by 0.5. Baseline, by the way, is 2 seconds. Is that additive? Does anyone in chat know? I feel like that's additive. Sometimes when you take a talent in Heroes of Storm, it will update the text of another talent. It doesn't always do that, but sometimes it does. Gilnean Roulette at level 20 will do it. Dahaka's change is survival will change the cooldown of adaptation, but it doesn't do that for everything. So I don't know if Death Wish increases it to 2 or increases it to 2.5. We do have the Hogger Anger Management, increase the maximum rage by 50, raising the maximum bonus for its cooldown, refresh to 75% of Hog Wild's hero damage to 75, and then passively, basic attacks grant 5 additional rage. You've got your Eldritch Conduit, your Inner Fire, and the Hunter's Blunderbuss. Thank you, Stark. I appreciate it, bud. Baseline war is 2, so according to Wiki, thank you. So this increases it to 2.5. And if an enemy hero is killed while taunted in that 2.5 window, its cooldown is reduced by 45. Baseline cooldown is 50 seconds. Red Web Weavers will descend over to the side of Rip. See if they're able to find fatal damage on the enemy side of the map. This tooltip does not update, yeah. There's so many inconsistencies in Heroes of the Storm, and it's just learning where they are. Still love this game to death. I would never... It's my favorite MOBA. Yeah, it could have been a change in design theory for the dev team as well. Because, like, the passive tooltip stuff also is different from different heroes in different times. And big Warlord Challenge coming down from the garage. That will be a reset onto Warlord Challenge. There will be a Crystal Aegis, but Ariel still goes down. There will be Leorc falling as well. Hogger throw it in. He bounces. There's going to be a ice block from the Jaina. Easy throw dynamite takes her down. And that right there is everyone's favorite cold northern European country. Achieved by Rip as they are one map away from punching their ticket to the lower bracket final tomorrow morning and sending Ross Pierdal into 4th place of this tournament. But yeah, like we've talked about this in the past. Like there's some like I think it has to do with like when and what development team was in Heroes of Storm, because like here you have the, and you can actually see it. You have that green passive. That doesn't happen for every hero. That actually, like, it's you'll have passive stuff, but it doesn't get shown in this green text. And I'm trying to find a good example of where it might do that. Of course, I'm finding all of the exact examples that I'm looking for where it does say passive. But there are a couple of characters where I feel like at one point the design of the game changed in the tooltip style. I can't find one right now. I'm sure there's one around. Either way, I don't know what shade at Darko is, but okay. That's a weird statement. Left side of the map is going to be Ross Pierdal. Right side of the map will be Rip. This is going to be map number 3 in our best of 3 series. And we are going to go ahead and get a Twitch prediction ready and rolling for all of you. We're going to head into Battlefield. I didn't grab any water, so I'm going to let the draft just go, and I'll be right back, okay?
Help is on the way, dear!
Mrs. Doubtfire!
Help is on the way!
Yo, Turba! I don't know if the raid alert went off. I apologize. I had to step away for just a moment to get more water. So...
Help is on the way, dear!
Mrs. Doubtfire!
Help is on the way!
Turba, thank you for the raid. Wait, is that number 8,000?
Did you see that, bro?
Let's go! Query Riff, thank you. You are number 8,000. You are the 8,000th follower in this channel. Turba, you helped us hit 8,000. Can we? Oh, we already got the shout out for Turba. Thank you so very much, Ash Mantle. Turba, how was your Heroes of Storm stream? What'd you get up to? Thank you so very much. Sorry. Oh, God, we've been trying to hit 8,000 followers for so long. We did it! We did it! Now to make it 8,069. We are here in Battlefield of Eternity. There's a Twitch prediction going on over there if you'd like to join in. Thank you so very much, Turba, for the raid. Thank you all for all the new followers. Welcome into our lovely community. That's awesome. Thank you so very much. Oh man, I've been wanting to hit 8,000 for so long. It doesn't mean anything outside of it's a number go up and burr. But you are all just in time. Let's catch you all up on what's going on right now for what you got rated into. We're here in Murky Cup. We're in our third best of 5 of the day. We have got lower bracket semifinal. I'm so sorry, I can't say your name. I'm gonna go with Norse. Or Nor for East. Thank you so much for the follow as well. But this is the Murky Cup. It's Season 2. We're in lower bracket semifinal. Last series of the day. Winner of this goes to the lower bracket final tomorrow morning, which is a best of 5. The winner of that goes to the grand finals tomorrow morning or whatever as well. This is the Meta Madness style of draft. So we're in map number 3, which means 20 heroes are unavailable for play in this best of 5. The bans at the top of the screen don't carry over. It's only heroes that are picked and played. So if we, hopefully, because I have no bias on these two teams, I just want more games. If we make it to a map number 4, if Ross Peerdal can win Battlefield of Eternity, no Urel, no Muradin, no Deckard. Earlier, we saw Hanzo, Diablo, Hogger. All of those are unavailable. No Stitches, no Anduin. Samuro ETC will be picked up on the right side by Rip. And last but not least, there are bounties. I have to burp. There are bounties for this tournament. So if you draft a bounty hero, for example, pick and play Butcher and win with him, the winning is the important part, you get 1 ticket, as they call it, into the bounty pool. So if 4 teams do 1 bounty each, they get 25% of the bounty pool, which is $1,000. $1,000 goes to the prize pool, $1,000 in the bounty pool. There are more tickets than that. You also get half tickets. They're trying a new thing. You get half tickets if you attempt a bounty but fail with it. So I don't really think we're going to see many of them, but like there's also bounties like pick a hero and a specific talent, like Kael'thas Convection. There's just regular heroes like just pick Kel'Thuzad or Cho'Gall. There's some double bounties like Murky and Butcher, I think. There's also a couple composition ones like no healer, triple healer. There's Alex Straza and Stitches with the level 1 globe talents. There's Chen and Lily. No talents, just Chen and Lily. So those are a bunch of the bounties. You can find out more at !MC on the Liquipedia page. But let's get into this because we're so far through Battlefield. I apologize. Trying to catch everyone up who got rated over. Hopefully you guys understand what's going on. I'm talking very fast because I'm so excited about Heroes of the Storm as we have Gul'dan and the Lost Vikings to be grabbed. Another raid? The Lost Vikings are a bounty if they take Longboat raid at level 10. So there you go. There's a bounty example for you. But it's Urel, Muradin, Deckard, Gul'dan, the Lost Vikings for Battlefield of Eternity versus a Samuro, ETC, Vala, Malfurion, Chen. I'm not going to lie, chat. I completely believe in Rip in this moment. Sergeant Johnny, thank you so much for the raid. The Vikings are apparently a rainer. The Vikings are a rainer. I will leave us on this screen right now, so that way you can get your Twitch prediction in. We'll be getting Cesbros back in here, and it looks like, as you can see, the Vikings are a rainer. Who the hell is this chat guy? Wow. Yeah, Bahamut throwing shit at Darko. There's no Darko in this channel. I'm so confused. I mean, he's playing the games here. So welcome everyone who rated on... If you got rated over from Johnny, thank you so very much for rating on over. Be sure to follow the channel. Get yourself some channel points. We got a Twitch prediction going at the top of your screen for the next 4 minutes and 30 seconds or so as you're hearing this. Johnny, how was your Heroes of the Storm stream? Hopefully it was good. Wait, I'm not even kidding, Johnny. Like, 5 minutes before your raid, Turbo raided over as well. I'm so glad you guys considered us. Seriously, it's really, really nice. I really, really do appreciate it. Tom, thank you for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the content. You mean the thing that I was reading right there? Baba, thank you so very much for that. All right, let's get into it, everyone. It could be the final game of the day. Let's make this a big prediction. Come on, do it. Do it for the raidees. If you raid it over and you're like, man, I have like no channel points, you should put all the channel points you have on this one. Why? Because Twitch gambles are fun and silly, and let's find out who's going to win this and work their way into the lower bracket final tomorrow morning. Is this going to be a quick and clean 3-0 from Rip? Or will it be the reverse sweep potential start for Ross Pierdahl? High Wraith on the right side is going to be your Chen. Good skin for that. Man, where's Brian? He's missing all the Chen games today. Sven will be on the Samuro. That's another tumultuous character. Or really, like, Sven's really good at Samuro is my point. We have a Vac on that Malfurion. Crankly to see an Azerite on the Vala. Azerite, okay. One time I casted Azerite during this tournament, and Azerite finished Creed of the Hunter sub 12 minutes in game time. On the left-hand side, looking to start the reverse sweep, we got the members of Ross Pierdahl. Aether on your Urel. We've got a Raynor, not Vikings, by the way, played by Cesbros. You looking at a Barlor, Deckard Cain, Bronick on the Gul'dan, and Mac will be your Muradin main tank. We had a very close Division 3 game. If it was not casted, Johnny, I would be very happy to cast it on Tuesday or Thursday this week. Tuesdays and Thursdays are my days for doing community casting. I've been doing a bunch of Heroes Lounge already, so I would be very happy. You are welcome to send me the Heroes Lounge website link. That would actually help me a ton. And if it was uncasted, I'll get around to it this week for you, bud. I always ping the captains in the division channels as well. Let's talk about some level 1s, as we do have the Raynor in bottom lane being taken down. He did go into Ace in the hole, so no veteran marksman stacks to lose there. We do have your Dauntless Urel, Echoed Corruption Gul'dan, Dwarf Block Muradin, and Sapphire Deckard Cain. Oh, you actually were casting! Oh, well, great! I'm glad to hear. You're playing tomorrow? Well, same thing. If your game tomorrow doesn't get casted, I will be happy to cast it this week for you. ETC with the power slide. Gul'dan getting low. A second kill will be picked up by Rip. Ross Pierdahl losing a couple members there. We do have Azerite getting chunked, but jumps back in with a little bit of healing from Malfurion. ETC on the point. Power slide in. Mac the Muradin will not go down, but Deckard Cain, it's looking like we're going to be heading back to the retirement home for a handful of Werther's Originals. I can't believe it. I thought the Hungering Arrow was going to bounce again on Raynor and take him down, but 17 HP. He will not be picked off. We have level 4 on the right side already from the couple kills picked up. It is going to be your Hungering... Oh no, Gul'dan, you just respawned, bud. It is going to be your Puncturing Arrow level 1 with the Repeating Arrow level 4. You've got Freshest Ingredients Chen, which synergizes very well with the Deadly Stripe level 4. Why? If you don't know this, after you finish Freshest Ingredients, reduce the Fortifying Brew cooldown by 2 seconds, and 50% of its shields persist indefinitely after drinking. Why does that matter? Because Deadly Strike, Flying Kick no longer costs Brew. Additionally, its damage is increased by 125%, while Chen has shields from Fortifying Brew. ETC is going to go into Guitar Hero level 1, probably Hammer-On level 7. They've got great synergies together. Samuro with Way of Illusion level 1 goes into the one with Wind at 4. And we'll see your Rejuvenation for Malfurion. Typically, it's going to be a Nature's Cure. I can send you the results if it goes your... No, just send... Well, if you would like me to cast it, send me just like the Heroes Lounge like matchup page, if I'm saying that correctly. If you'd like. If not, you might randomly get chosen. Vala goes down. The members of Rip finding their first kill here. Aether diving in and around. Crankle goes down. That is going to be Burnt Ends. The ETC picked off Sven. Slowed by a Deckard Cain, and the members of Ross Pierdahl get a triple kill, bolstering their experience, finding parity, and this is going to be first objective. I guess first objective phase guaranteed to the side of Ross Pierdahl. Death timers are relatively low, and the Immortals will be going into the race potential sides. Oh, you already sent it to me. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Sorry. I don't see the top of my Discord. I'm scrolled on my channels. Looking at Deckard, by the way. Hello. Sapphire 1, Ruby level 4. Please give me an Emerald level 7 and Perfect Gems level 20. Like, Perfect Gems massively underrated. Everyone just goes for more NATOs or Respect the Elderly, which I understand are good, but if you're a Deckard fan and you don't play Perfect Gems, just do it. Do yourself that favor. You'll appreciate it. Especially in ARAMs. Oh my god, is it busted in ARAMs. Aether over here getting chased by the Chen. The Hungering Arrows will chase after, and it's going to be a double kill over to the side of Rip after taking down the Deckard and Yrel, but the Immortal phase will go to the crew of Ross Pierdahl. Alright, Chen, freshest ingredients is done. Deckard level 7. I mean, he could go for damage reduction. He could go for cooldown. He's going to go Cube Master for cooldown reduction. So I really like this level 1 talent with the Scroll of Sealing, the Scroll of Identify stacking talent, which eventually gives you armor debuff to enemies. Oh, that's a good face melt. Gul'dan does go down. Raynor caught on a root from Malfurion. Bo's trying to back away. Flying kick from Chen. The body blocks are good! And another double kill. We are 11 kills at sub 6 minutes in game time. Nearly 2 kills nearly 2 kills a minute. Azurite feigning that Aether had the kill, and now Sven comes in with the Samuro. The Hungering Arrow gets the dismount. The auto attack doesn't go far. It doesn't get the doesn't have the range or anything like that. So that this is such a good series. I really hope Ross Pierdahl can put one up on the board. Nothing against Rip. I just want more Heroes of Storm action. I love a lower bracket semifinal. Like a lot lower bracket final to start out tomorrow morning is gonna be great. I'm just very awake right now. I've got all the caffeine. Fell Flames being thrown in by Gul'dan. Hungering Arrows poking in here and there. Herodric Cube with the Sapphire applied. Gul'dan has some decent sustained damage. The penetrating round actually might have saved ETC. Raynor was banking on that penetrating round being fatal damage, but it pushes ETC to safety. He stage dives back in after tapping well. And it's going to be heroic-wise on the right side. It looks like Rain of Vengeance, Wandering Keg, Stage Dive, Illusion Master, and Tranquility for the Malfurion. Yeah, we don't need all 5 maps. I just want like this and another. Who knows? This Battlefield, man. It's these level 10s might be changing the trajectory of this map. But Sven will rotate into bottom to soak things up. We have the first half of the Immortal picked up by Rip. Ross Pierdahl grabbing this camp on the left side. That should be enough to grab and garner level 10. Uh-oh, Muradin trying to slow things down, gets hit with a root. Gets hit with a root, a slow, a Sapphire. There's going to be a Horrify from Gul'dan. ETC almost makes it out. Actually does make it out alive. Flying kick from Chen. Wandering Keg will be activated. Tranquility from Malfurion. The Immortal phase will be very hefty and hardy to rip. Ardent Defender, Horrify, Avatar, Hyperion, and Stay a While and Listen. Uh-oh. Ardent Defender's available. Wow, I thought Yrel was dead there. Gets the Divine Steed. Does not manage to pick up the Floor Juice. ETC, meanwhile, in top lane, is pushing on to the fort with the help of the Immortal. Alarian Siege is hefty. Sorry, I saw a stage dive on my screen. I went to go drink some water, and that'll be Muradin taken down by the Vala. Aether getting a little bit low. 93 seconds on that. Heroic as Raynor tries to walk into all the Floor Juice. Righteous Hammer from Yrel is good. Power Slide from ETC is better. And Vala picks up the double kill. This might be game ending here, chat. Like, death timers are kind of low, but Immortal's really healthy. Siege is really on point. Power Slide in from ETC. Muradin getting pushed back into the enemy. It's actually straight heroic from the Vala as the Nexus forces will take her down. So my apologies, I misread that heroic. Samuro will be able to run at Gul'dan and take him down. And Immortal gets some core scratches. Does it even get any percent? I think it's just shielding damage. Yeah. Well. 13's here on the right side. We got a Gloom Vala. 37 stacks at 9.5 minutes for Azerite? Hello? Baseline damage for Hungering Arrow is 233 on the first hit. Subsequent strikes are 139. Bonus damage to the first hit is 222. So we're looking at 465, if my math is correct on that, for the damage onto enemy heroes on the first hit. Power slide in from ETC, no mosh, but of course the Hyperion from Raynor coming through. Deckard and Raynor do go down. The strafe from Vala is activated. The spinny shooty shot setting things up. Stage dive from ETC is massive. Gul'dan caught against the corner will be taken down. ETC eating tower shots, doesn't care too much. Yrel jumps over the wall with the Avenging Wrath. Samuro's going on an adventure to find her. Won't be able to get there in time, as the bottom lane fort will fall. It is about a 2-level lead, let's call it. Almost 13 to 15 and some change. Scoreless ceiling goes down. Just zoning right now. Golly jeez. Getting 13 talents here is nice, but the enemy team's about to have their 16, so I think you have to literally play giga aggressive at this point once you get the 13, because you have a small window to try and make something happen, and ETC's out of top lane. You can't be passive here. Murden has his Bronzebeard Rage. 39 of 40 stacks for the Echo Corruption. Really good right there. You do have Velen's chosen. You will see the Fel Armor as well as Ancient Blessings and line him up for the Raynor. There's going to be... Oh, that's a huge Horrify onto ETC. He gets taken down. Stay a while and listen, but it doesn't create the space Murden needs to back away. Tank for tank so far. Yrel, Ardent Defender, up in 37 seconds. Chen goes in with the flying kick of the Wandering Keg. There's going to be a root down on the ground onto Bronek. This Gul'dan was looking to back away, and he gets picked off. Horrify out for 61 seconds. As the top lane wave is crashing at the core, the catapults do fixate onto structures, weakening the shielding. But the minion wave is what is being... No, they're going to go... Okay. Azerite with 44 stacks right now. Baseline level scaling on Hungering Arrow is 262. The 44 has yielded 264 damage. So basically the bonus damage is more than the scaling damage at this point in the game, which you don't see very often with the Valas. 44 stacks at 12 minutes is bonkers. Bonkers good. See power slide, face melt, Barlord, this Decker Kane trying to back away. The Ancient Blessings, that golden glow is there. He's going to be put down a scoreless ceiling. The Wandering Keg from Chen once again. The strafe from the Vala, and that's going to be Raynor taken down. Meanwhile, the Wandering Keg and Chen chasing on the top left. The Say One, listen to the bottom right of your screen is going to be locking down the Samuro, and it looks like Bronek will be chased down by the Ghoul. No, the Horrify is pretty good. Drain, stage dive. Potion picked up by Decker Kane, who's currently being chased by the Samuro over here on the right side of the map. The Immortal in the bottom lane is pushing onto the keep, and this is going to be Aether trying to back away. 100 seconds left on Ardent Defender. The flying kick will take her down. Tranquility from Malfurion activated. Trying to chase onto Bronek, trying to get the Finland here to wrap up this series. Vala gets more damage in. Mac with a Stormbolt thrown in. Samuro is still chasing the old man. They're just having a nice little game of tag over here. Samuro gets that kill. Muradin Raynor for the defense. And ladies and gentlemen, Chilgal champions, virtuous Valas, silly Samuros, eccentric ETCs, and Chungus Chens. This is going to be Rip with map number... Do we get a Finland? Rip will be taking map number 3. They take a dominant and decisive and delicious best of 5 series in a 3-0.